Hi everybody. So as I was doing the videos here, I decided I'm gonna do a video for you guys on the software called Canva, which is actually a free design software that I've been using recently to create some of the images for my course. So I know we're trying to bring our C game here, but if we're going to go ahead and give you the tools to be able to make an autoresponder, I wanted to give you the tool on how to actually create the banner image to make your course easier. So that's what we're going to do in Canva. I've been really enjoying it, and I'm just going to show you the bare bones of it. So if you want to learn something like that, go ahead and pop in, but just know that designing and all those things take a lot of time and energy. So maybe for this first round, don't worry about it, but just know that it's a tool that's available and it's free and it's actually really fun to use. So I'm going to go ahead and put my screen share on, and then I'll tell you what we're doing. So we're just going to make, before I put my screen share on, I'll tell you, we're going to make an image. I'll show you exactly what we're going to do, and then we're going to do it together. Okay, so just 1 second. Okay, so I have my screen share on now, and I'm going to pull up Canva. So it's, you see at the top here, it's canva.com, and I'm already logged in. And the thing that I want to show you is, so here is the beginning outline that I have here for my registration for my course. That I showed you in how MadMimi, that's the one I'm going to use. So I don't already have a list or anything from MailChimp, which I know many of you have MailChimp already or some other email service. So MadMimi is my particular email service that I'm starting to play with. So what we have here, if I wanted to make, I'll show you here, if I wanted to do another email, let's go ahead. Oops, I want to account. All right, well, don't want to be on that. Okay, so what I want to do, I'll go ahead and delete. So if I wanted to make a new promotion for here, I just want to show you, it'll tell you how big you want the image. Okay, great. So it says drag banner image here from your image gallery. So that would be, you would upload an image that you want. Recommended width is 590 pixels. If you don't have one, will help. So they recommend 590. So that's what we're going to use that information. That's what I'm showing you here. Is that, so right now here, they have a created design. So they have a thing for making a social networking thing, presentations. I just want to show you there's more, and then we'll come back. This is the one we're going to want. The email header, you can do that. Or you can also say custom dimensions. So I'll show you for the email header, just if you happen to be using MailChimp or something, it's fairly close. Like it's 600 pixels, and I'll show you what's offered there. And you can also do the custom if you're going to want to do one. I did 590 to match exactly what MadMimi has, but I'll show you the options under the email header too. So you can also see, so here's a Facebook cover if you want to create one of those. Presentations, and I'll just hit more so you can see a little bit what's available. Okay, so yeah, infographic, blog, Kindle cover, and so a lot to marketing, flyers, you know, everything here that you could want for your business is right here. And they also have, I'll show you, like, you know, it's got your designs. It has this area here that says design school. I haven't used that much. But I know that it actually will teach you how to do that, because I personally, I'm an artist, but I don't have a degree in graphic design. I just know what I like. And so if you're doing this all on your own, it's pretty amazing to have a tool like Canva so that you can make professional looking images without having a graphic designer. So yeah, social networking posts. So if you want to make your own memes, it's pretty awesome stuff. So, and it even has one now for Facebook ads. So it'll show the size of it, and you know, so anyway, that's a whole nother thing. So I'm not going to go into Facebook ads, but there's a lot of potential there. So actually, for the first off, we're going to go ahead and show you What did I want to do? I want to use, let's do email header. I'll just show you what that looks like. Okay, so you're given a blank screen here, but you're also, because I selected email header, it's giving you a bunch of different design things. So now you can see right here, like this one has a little dollar next to it, and this one says free. So say you wanted to actually do this. Here's a little eye down in the corner, and it will show you, oh, this is free. Like if I wanted to make this my header and just edit it, I could do that for free. Okay. And then you can see like these are all newsletters. So it's actually showing you, oh, like you could just, thanks for subscribing. You could just pop, you know, pay for this thing. And I'll show you how to do that if you wanted to do it. So it shows if you hit info, it'll actually, oops, let's do one that's paid so you can see. Basically, it tells you how much it is. Like, okay, I want this thing. I'm going to pay $2. And then you pay for that if you want to be able to use this thing just straight out as it is or modify it for yourself. You're paying for this particular design. Now you get to actually edit it within 24 hours. You can actually edit it. And after that, you're kind of, oh, I'm going to say stuck, but like you're stuck with what you designed if you're going to use anything that costs money. But the thing is that, like, just think about it, $2 versus, you know, and you doing it on your own versus paying, how much would it cost for you to pay a graphic designer? So this is the kind of quick and dirty on how to do this for yourself. Okay, so if we wanted a newsletter, I really like this one's a paid one too. Like you can kind of match things with your brand and kind of the way that your text that you want things to look and all that other stuff that we talked about, the colors and all the things. So let's just see if we can find one. Just see, I can click on it and show you how to play with it. This one's a paid one too, Art Workshop. I like it though. And you can click on it and see how big it is, but then you'll have to actually delete it. So we'll go back to that in just a minute. Let's go to the free one. So let's find one that's free. So these are all email headers though. They're already like perfectly sized. And scrolling down, see there's so much to choose from. And I'll just choose one. Yeah, again, I like the much bolder looking. And you can also use this to search the images. You can actually search for it. So let's actually go back. Okay. So yeah, it's going to ask me to search that. So let's just do newsletter and see what comes up. These are actually images that cost money too. Anyway, let's, I'm going to choose the layouts again because that's what we were on. Okay. Let's find another free one. So I think I scrolled past all the free ones. So let's go ahead and go back up to the top. Okay, mountain tours. So we just click it. There you go. Mountain tours. See, I love this one. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. But maybe I want to change the text. So I click on the text, and you can see this is a movable task. You can move it around. So I want to say, just change it to Jamie's vision. There you go. Oops, delete there, and you can change the color. Oops, don't want that. It's a little too in there. And then if you want to change another color, you can just select it from the wheel. If you have certain colors that you use for your website, you can really match it. You can take and put the color code in and just be like, yeah, that's exactly. I use the color code that is 65985A. And you can just enter it in there and have your exact colors that match your website. So it makes it really super handy. Then when you're ready for it, you just click on it again and just kind of, okay, I like that. I like my vision. I want to take this out. And see up at the top here, it saves every time you make an edit, it saves and it also shows that this is a private thing. So nobody else can see it. Okay. So then I'm going to see if I can click on, sometimes getting the little thing to be right on the right spot that you want, a little bit harder. So let's just see this one. This is a .com. So let's do JamieALyerly.com so that you can see what that's like. We can again change the text. I'm actually going to change the fonts again for the Jamie's Vision so you can see what that's like. So you just select here, say I don't really like what is there. I'm going to select that font and it'll switch it. No, we don't really like that one either. So let's do this one. And it's just, I mean, you just go in and play. Also this background image, you can move it around, but the idea is that these are already pre-made so that you can just edit them to be perfect for what you want. Or if you don't like the image, you can take and you can delete it. And that shows just the regular background. Okay, and so you want to use your own pictures, which is one of the things that I love doing, is actually using some of my own images. If you go to the backgrounds, it'll show free backgrounds that are here that you can use. Say you just love this one. Let's see if we can pick one. I like this. So that costs money. So we actually, anytime that you click anything that has money, you'll have to bring it to the forward. And if you don't want it, you want to delete it. Oops, I didn't mean to delete that one. I meant to delete this one. So anything that has the cross marks across the back, cost money. So you can't just like take it. It'll take it out. But when you actually pay for the design, it'll take the little cross hatches off of it. So it's their watermark so that you can't just take the image. Okay. Awesome. So these are some free backgrounds, and say you want to use your own pictures. So then you will take and just click upload, and it will actually bring you to the page to upload your own images. So this clicked it on there. It shows all my uploads that I've already put on there. So you just click and hit upload your own images, and well, actually, let's just use the screenshot for fun that I did for the last video so you guys can see. You can upload anything. And then it just sometimes takes a little while as it's thinking. So we can do that. But here's the picture of me. And then you just click and drag. So that's the screenshot. And you can move it around and you could just size it. Like say, so we're, since the image itself is not there, you can actually take, or not, it's not the same size as that. We're going to just take and make it as big, stretching it out. So that was the Jamie Vision. Actually, let's do it. So right there, I was kind of on there, but I'm on my mouth. So like I said, this does take a little while to kind of get used to clicking and dragging and playing around with it, and figuring out exactly where you're dragging, what you're dragging is kind of a fun game too, but let's make it a little bigger. And then, yeah, if we want to go back in and make this smaller so that we can see my face a little bit better, that's a great idea too. But I just want to give you a hint that like you really can move this around and customize it to exactly how you want it to look. Okay, great. And so when I named it Jamie's Vision, do you see up at the top here, the name of the file actually named itself Jamie's Vision. But say if I wanted it, didn't see something else here, so I'm just going to say demo play so that you guys won. So you know exactly what I'm doing here. Hit done, and it saves it right at the top. Okay, so say I'm like, all right, this is awesome. I've enjoyed that. I don't like this snowflake, so I'm actually gonna, I didn't realize there was a snowflake there, so I'm just gonna delete it. Don't really like the snowflake. However, I do like picture of me. I like the text, and yeah, I've got that. So we're just, especially just for this first time playing. So say I like this, I think it's amazing. I'm going to use this as my newsletter header, so so then you want to go ahead, it's down, and you can hit share if you want to share it with someone to talk about, like, oh, here, this is the stuff that I actually, here I'm working on this. What do you think? If you want to get feedback from someone, you could just hit share, and that'll actually put up posts and tweets that you can do that, or you can send an email with an editable design. So I don't want to do that right now, but I do want to download it so that, and you have the option. So since I didn't click on anything that's paid, any paid imagery, then it's just going to do it for free. So hit download either as a high quality PDF or as an image. So I want to do it as an image. And then we can do that. And it just says hold tight. And it gives you the whole thing. Okay, your design is ready. I can either share it or post it on Twitter, or on Facebook, or email it to myself, and it automatically downloaded here down at the bottom. So, you can change the options too when you're up here to download it. Personally, it saves as a PNG, which is because it's an editable file. And then, but you can also, if you want to download it and then hit options, and you can share it. I believe that here, so we want to do it as an image. I believe you can go in another file and take the PNG file and make it into a JPEG, but most places understand that you can take and use a PNG file. Okay, so now we've got it downloaded, and I want to go ahead and go back to my promo, and I want to upload that image. Now remember, we made it a little bit bigger pixels than what it said before, but you can go in and I'll show you how to do the 590 exactly if you want to do it. And then you hit download, okay, and then upload image, and it'll just thinking. Okay, so now we have it here, and we want to just click and drag it here. And there you go. Now I have a header for my amazing promotional thing. So yeah, and I'm going to go back. So, oops, wrong button. All right. So say I want another thing too, and if I want to show back, so we can go ahead. We like that, and so now we can. And if you wanted to, if you didn't like some of the things that you did, there is an undo button. It takes and saves it every few seconds, but you can undo things if you want to undo it. And say you like it, but you want another one, you can duplicate it here and make an edit. And so this is a way that you can actually duplicate what you did and kind of make a few changes and without really messing with the first one. Say I'm like, oh, I really like this, but I want to see what it looks like a little bit bigger. Okay, maybe not too much. So it's like you have the option of being able to mess with this and add more pages and then really check it out yourself. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go back and also too that like if you didn't like the pre-made thing, you can go back in and you can add text and you can, here, we'll just do, oops, you can add text, move it around. So yeah, I just don't want this video to be super long, but the idea is that the main point is that it's super editable. You can move stuff around, and it's really fun and an easy way to be able to create something for your business. And I want to go back now. So I'm trying to think of the best way. I think I'll just go back because it opened up in a second window so I could start editing. So I'm going to go back here and just show you that if you wanted to actually create an email header that was the exact size of the 590 for this one, but you can see it wasn't much cut off, but if you spend all the time perfecting this and you want it to look exactly the same, then you want to go in and say use custom dimensions. And then it just enters, I want 590 by 200 pixels. And then hit design. And it'll pull up another screen. And there we go, same thing, blank image. Blank image exactly the size that you want. So if you ever need to change the size of your Canva, if you want to change the size of it, you can't do it when you've already designed something. So, so that's why you always want to know what size image you need first, and then work from there. I want to go back to the beginning to one other little thing for you guys, which is basically, so this is my image. We'll leave it up there. And I want to go back to me, and I'll show you. See if we can get, oh, here, this is what I want, your designs. I want to click on your designs and see if I can get get mine up here. Cancel. Okay, awesome. So it shows right here down at the bottom. So here this is telling me again, like, what do you want to create? And it'll show at the bottom the things I've actually done. So I've made a background for Melissa, and I've made a few. This is my perfectionism one that I made. Made another thing. And so it's like you can just see the designs that are here and some of the things that I've been playing with. I did spend quite a bit of time, you know, perfecting my perfectionism, which is, you know, I was having a good time. But for me, look what really happened. I'll share what happened for me by actually taking the time to play in Canva with this is I actually got the color scheme I really like using, which is this white and this red and this orange color and the background. So it's like 3 different colors, 3 or 4 different colors that I just love. So when I actually took the time to create this, to create the banner image that I'm going to use for my course, I just used the same image, and I actually I used the same image that I had before, and I used the same color scheme. So I just copied it from there and said, okay, what color do I have here? What color do I have here? And so I didn't have to try to figure out colors when I made this. And I spent plenty of time messing around with all the different ways of putting this, but it's also like, so as you're learning and doing this process here, you're actually learning really what looks good to you. You know, and sure, you can click on the design school and learn some more of the stuff in it and how to do the graphic design. But I just say, in general, the best way to be able to do some of the graphic design stuff. So yeah, you got a lot of tutorials and all this other stuff that they really can help you to see, and we'll go ahead and close that out, the pop-up window. So you can see all the different ways that you could really get lost in here. So I don't want you guys to get super lost, but the fact that now you have a tool that you can create a social networking meme, or you can make a poster or Facebook cover or anything super easy with your own pictures, with other pictures on there, you know, like it's a really easy tool. So I'm going to go ahead, and I've got a lot of windows open. So I'm going to come back and stop presenting, stop screen sharing. Okay, great. So now I'm back here. And so yeah, that's my demo on Canva. I really like it. Another thing that I want to suggest, if you guys want to edit pictures, there is another software called PicMonkey, which is a whole nother preview or a whole nother tutorial on how to actually use PicMonkey. I just started using that recently to be able to edit some of my pictures, but there's lots of editing softwares out there for the pictures. So, but I just want to suggest to you that there's, you know, right now the things like Canva will actually give you just a little way of being able to understand how to create an image. And then again, like when I said about your course, is that like once you have the design, I'm going to go back to this like and show you, like once you actually have what you want, then you just use that and copy it. So I'll show you one other little piece before I close this tutorial, which is showing you my particular, the thing that I'm working on right now, which is, we'll go back to dashboard. Okay, I want to hit save. It didn't take that. Okay, just one last thing. Oops, I keep trying not to hit the audience here. Don't want you to have to go there. Okay, awesome. Ignore that. We'll send those things. That's a whole different thing. So let's go back to drips. Apologize. I did not mean to put other people's emails up there. Okay, awesome. So this is my Creative Connected, or the Connected Creative course here, and I just wanted to show you guys what we did, what I did here, so that you can see. So now that I've taken the time to get the image in Canva and put it in there, and I matched the colors in Canva, I made a theme and matched the colors that I did in Canva to my promotion here. And then when I'm ready to actually send it out, like it matches, you know, it matches really well. And so all I have to do is just copy this information and the colors will be all set. So, and I really like that. So that's my other trick. Oops, I actually did not bring you guys anyway, so I didn't bring you over to see it. I didn't do the screen sharing. So let me do that real quick again. And so you can actually, oh, I do have the, you are presenting to everyone. Okay. Anyway, so if you didn't see it, you can see the presenting thing. So yeah, let's click on the screen share again. Sorry about that. We'll do it again. Okay. So we are sharing the screen again. So let me just show you. We clicked on it, and now I've matched. This is the image that I made in Canva, and I inserted in there, and then I took the time to match the colors with the theme. So I created my own theme that I called Creative here. And I matched the colors that I saw then in my Canva that I created. I matched the colors there. So when I edited there, I just got the color number from there and I matched it. So again, it's a little bit more advanced, but the fun part of it is that, yeah, now that it's all set, it's all done. And so I can create my content. I can just pop it in there and all the colors match and it looks super fancy without a whole lot of effort. Okay. All right. So I am going to stop the screen sharing this time. Okay. I love it that you guys stay with me as I figure out how to use this software, but it's really fun to take and be able to show you exactly on my screen. So if you want to try out the Canva, really it's just a little tool to be able to, that has a lot of potential, and it's free, and I love that. I love the fact that it's there. Don't get too bogged down in it. If it's too much for you right now, don't worry about it, but it's also, you see the possibilities and the potentials with this particular program, and so I just wanted to give you a little hint of that so that you could know what's available for you. So I look forward to seeing all of you guys' courses, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.